3 and enter in for some amazing prizes. Faith Walkers Charities, a faith-based organization focused on community outreach in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Their mission is to provide for those who are in need with a holistic approach while leading them to stability. Faith Walkers Charities was founded by D'Anthony Thompson, Seaver Nickerson, and Chris Rogers, with the vision of being generous and helping out the homeless. There's many ways that you can help with this organization, either by donating through their website, faithwalkerscharities.org, or if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you can go out in the community and serve with them. So faithwalkerscharities.org. Also, follow them on social media, Faith Walkers Charities. Welcome back to the BS3 Sports Show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Man, we have some great guests on the show so far, and we will have a couple of more guests up on the show. But there's been a lot from this week, been a lot that went down. There is a player that has made it to the NBA from the Big Three. The first player to do it, Josh Childress, who's actually a former first-round pick, but he got a non-guaranteed training camp deal, which is pretty cool, with the Denver Nuggets. He's 34, so he's last time in the NBA was 2013-14 with the Pelicans. But man, shout out to Ice Cube, shout out to Josh Childress. These guys are trying to do some big things, and I love the Big Three. I love the concept. I think it's great, and I'm proud that there's a guy that has transitioned from the Big Three to the NBA, and I think that's what a lot of people, and I think that's what Ice Cube's goal probably is, give these guys an opportunity who, haven't really had the shot or the chance. So I'm pretty excited with what these guys are going to be able to do. And I think you look at the vision of the Big Three, you look at what it has become and what it's going to continue to grow into. Now, I know they have a lawsuit, so I don't know what that's going to mean for the Big Three in the future of the Big Three. But I do think it's amazing. It's amazing. And Cube is just a visionary. I love the guy. He's a complete visionary in what he does for the sport. Shout out to Kingsman Daz in the building. Thank you for jumping in, tuning in to the BS3 Sports Show. So also from this week, still talking about NBA, Stephon Marbury wants to come back. Yes, you heard me right. Stephon Marbury, who I believe, if he's not 40, he's close to 40. Can he truly come back and do anything in the NBA? He was a complete king. I mean, close to a god almost in China. He played in I guess that's the Chinese Basketball Association. And he had a great career there. He even won, I believe, the MVP. He won a championship. He did a lot over there in China. So does he still have some left in the tank? Does he still have some left, I think, is the biggest question for what he may be able to bring. Will a team actually bite? Will a team be willing to come on with him? Will they want to? So it's a possibility we may see Stephon Marbury back in the NBA, which I think would be great to see. I would great to see him finish out his career in the NBA, where it all started. I think that would be cool. We got another caller up on the line, Mike Truth, Basketball Insider. Thank you for calling in. What's going on?
Mike Truth is in the building. Man, to be here. We're getting almost to that day, man. Countdown is on. Basketball season is on the horizon. I can't wait, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. I was just we talked about Kobe a little bit earlier, so I want to get your thoughts on that. Man, getting 2 jerseys retired. Who else has gotten 2 jerseys retired? I can't remember or think of anybody.
I was going to say the same thing. Who else but Kobe can get this done, man? It fits him perfectly. Kobe is the only person. When he did it back in the day, when he switched his jersey, it was Kobe. Like, who else? I think his jersey wasn't number 1 that year for 5 years straight it was, and then it wasn't. So he was like, okay, let's switch to 24. And then to have it 24, 1 higher than Jordan, Kobe mindset. Anybody that knows Kobe, the whole world knows Kobe. His mindset is always to be the best. So why not put it 1 higher than Jordan? And then his jersey goes number 1 in sales again. I mean, he always wanted to be the best. Every single thing he did, he wanted to be the best. And I think this just fits him perfectly, having 2 numbers retired. No other player has that done. So it fits him perfectly.
Yeah, and I think the Lakers truly respect Kobe. Obviously, he was it for them. He was that franchise player that everybody dreams and wants to have, and he stayed with the same team the whole time. To me, that also shows that when you put in that longevity, when you put in work with one team, they're going to respect you and celebrate you. And I think it's fair. I think it's no better way to celebrate Kobe besides the statue he's probably going to get eventually. They better make some room, because they were going to put a Kobe statue up there. But what better way to recognize your star that has put in work for that franchise his whole career?
Absolutely. I think definitely the word is loyalty. We don't have players like that anymore. He was the definition of it, especially for the Laker franchise. I mean, it was times they were awful. Kobe was the only reason people were still buying tickets, and he stayed with the team. Of course, he could have left easily. He stayed with the team and said, I want to be a Laker for life. And that's exactly what he did. Now, the big question is, what jersey number is the statue going to wear? That's the big question now. I've heard people saying they're going to put it 24 in the front and 8 in the back. So we might see that. But, yeah, Kobe, man, he's the definition of it. We don't have players like that anymore. Everybody's about the money. Of course, Kobe got his dollars. Let's not be mistaken, right? He got his money, but at the same time, he always represented Lakers. He still does today. So I think it's well deserved.
Yeah, definitely. I think the only player you got Tim Duncan, probably
and
the
Dirk.
last Dirk. That's it. I mean, that's probably the last that we're really going to see. From there on, people switch teams like they switch shirts. I mean,
man.
If you got to do what you got to do for you, but it's a fact. People just switch like there's no tomorrow, and that's just what they do now. So, Warriors, man, with this $60 million, they're starting to put these advertisements on the jerseys. The Warriors got the biggest deal ever, which it's understandable, with this tech company, I believe from Japan or China or something. But the Warriors, they're the team. They are it. We've talked about this before. If the team that's going to get paid the most is not the Warriors, then that's a problem, right? That's a problem.
I mean, we're at a time, man. The Warriors are the NBA now. They have overwhelmingly probably the most talented team we've ever seen, and now they added the second best player. Some people say might be the best player in the game. They added that to that team. They should get this deal. No other team should ever get it. I mean, I know the Lakers and the Celtics are probably worth more longevity-wise, but if I could be an owner right now, I would definitely buy into the Warriors. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. We all think they're going to run at least 4 more championships. It's an all-time high right now, business-wise, in the NBA. This is what you look for. Kevin Durant, he showed us it's not about dollars, it's about wins. And when he signed on the dotted line, companies paid notice to that. They're like, hey, he's going to be there, so let's go ahead and get on to this advertisement deal. And, man, it's at an all-time high now. I still think when the Lakers eventually do it, it might be a bigger deal, but why would you want to, get with any other team business-wise? The Warriors are just at all-time high, and it's going to continue for the rest, probably 4 or 5 more years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So right before you called in, I was talking about Stephon Marbury wanting to come back.
Wow.
Stephon Marbury's got to be, if he's not 40, he's got to be maybe more than 40. I'm going to look it up. But
yeah, he's 40. He just turned 40.
You think it's a shot? A team may pick him up for this probably one season.
Okay, so I was on another podcast about this. I tweeted. They asked about the Hall of Steph just put out he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. No, Stephon. Okay, so he's been a part of basketball prodigy forever. He was top point guard in New York probably when he was a freshman for Lincoln High School. So he's been a legend. We all know that he represents everything basketball should be. But at the same time, it's called the Basketball Hall of Fame. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame. So we saw Yao Ming, he was voted into the Hall of Fame. A lot of people think he shouldn't. So if you look at it at that point, if you saw games of him in China, he is an icon out there. Like, it's crazy the following he has out there. Now, should he be in the Hall of Fame? I don't know quite yet. Will a team sign him? I don't know. I mean, Milwaukee just signed Jason Terry for $2.3 million. He's 40 years old and don't have any of the accomplishments that Marbury does. So you have to look at it. Can he give a lot of knowledge to a young point guard coming into the league? Maybe so. So I don't think you will bring him in to be, a backup point guard. I'll bring him in to be kind of that mentor to my young prodigy point guard, probably like Dallas with Dennis Smith. Bring Marbury in, teach him the ropes. They already have Sam Guy, who's like a mentor to him. So I don't think that's the team that will pull him in. But if you do have that guard, I think Marbury could get a lot of knowledge to him. I don't see him coming in and playing any minutes. But, I think he would be a good mentor. I put it like that.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only way that he gets in is, being that type of mentor or somebody that can say, hey, I've been here, done it. Don't do what I did. Don't get kicked out of the NBA or don't have an opportunity. So I think that that would probably be the best thing. And maybe he goes to a team he used to play for. Maybe he knows a guy who's now like a coach there or something. To me, that would probably be the best way, I think, for him to get a shot or an opportunity. But it wouldn't be like in an everyday playing role for sure.
No, not at all. Just looking at it right now, I've talked to sources. I think New York can do it. I mean, he's huge for New York basketball. New York doesn't have anything going on right now. It'll make a lot of headway. It'll get some eyes on the team. I think New York should do it. They have the rookie point guard there right now. Marbury can come in and really, tutor him, teach him about the New York way. I think that'll be a good look.
Yeah, I think so too. Also from this week, and if you had anything else you wanted to share, but Russell Westbrook getting the biggest deal for the Jordan brand. Like, what better do you want when the GOAT says, I'm going to give you the biggest extension that I've ever given to anybody? Well, how much that's you've reached it. You're there now. You are the superstar that you wanted to be from a kid to now. I just hope that he doesn't lose that killer instinct. But I applaud Russell Westbrook for getting this huge deal with Nike brand, with Jordan brand, obviously.
I think he put out a tweet saying, "Mom, I made it."
Exactly.
That's exactly right, man. This is Jordan. This is Mike. Everybody knows he's the GOAT to everybody. And to him to give the biggest contract to Westbrook, to me, Westbrook already made it. He's probably our version of Kobe right now. Kobe says he's his favorite player. And we don't even have players like that plays with that intensity like Westbrook. So I applaud it. Who else can he give it to? A lot of players, You know, they don't want to sign with Jordan Brand right now.